Hello everyone. So there's been a little bit of buzz kind of going around Florida State still. I get it. They're upset that they were left out of the college playoffs. But recently with how there's just been a lot of talks and rumors and buzz that it's like, oh, Florida State's going to sue the ACC commissioner. They're going to sue and la la la, this and that. And it's like, truthfully, at the end of the day, what is it going to accomplish? Does it suck that they got fetched over and didn't go? Like, absolutely. Just ask TCU or Penn State. Like, they understand. And especially, like, for example, in 2017 when, Wisconsin could have gone, but they lost to Ohio State, and so then Bama went in. Or Miami could have beat Clemson and shocked a little bit of stuff there in the ACC championship because they had a great year that year. So if anybody gets and understands being snubbed, like the teams who have won conference titles but didn't even get an invite, Kansas State last year, Utah, the back-to-back years they went, like these teams understand it. They totally get it. And I think it's funny too how we release our Heisman finalists and it's like Florida State, Jordan Travis is good enough to penalize them for being injured and not going to the college playoff. Yet he doesn't even get a Heisman nod. I think Georgia got snubbed too because it's like Georgia's better than Washington, Georgia's better than Texas, and Georgia's better than Michigan. Like Michigan, I think it's so funny watching. Anyways, never mind. I was going to talk about Michigan's reaction to finding out they have to play Bama, but I'll save that for another video. Anyways, what I was going to say is I think Florida State should tread lightly and stuff and try to nip this in the butt and be like, no, we're not going to sue. We're not going to do anything because it's not going to accomplish anything. Like the Rose Bowl is set and the Sugar Bowl set. So it's not like they're going to be like, all right, Florida State, because you cried enough. Here you go. Go play Washington as the 3 seed. Just, I think after TCU got walloped, I don't remember whose video I watched. Maybe it was something that one of the guys at College Game Day said. Like, I think there was like a conversation with the committee after TCU got absolutely beat down. And they said, we are not letting this happen again. Because how hard have they hit it home this year? It is the best 4 teams, best 4 teams, best 4 teams. Not who's the most deserving. It's been hit home since like week 2, week 3. We need the best 4 teams in there. And then now it's like, oh, that makes sense. So it's like, could it have been rigged from the start? Jordan Travis's injury, like, unpredictable? Obviously, yeah. Because you can make an argument that if J.J. McCarthy or Blake Corum went down, Michigan wouldn't be in the playoff. Like, you never know. There's so many other outliers. To finish it off and wrap up my final thoughts, though, about this Florida State situation on what would happen if they did sue. I think they would be penalized. I really think right now, if you're Florida, as much as it sucks to have to go gut it out and go play another game and just swallow your pride and go, the college playoff is expanding to 12 teams. If they pitch a fuss right now, I think they could be penalized for next year and be uneligible for a bowl because it's like, oh, you created too much of a fuss. And then at the same time too, it's like you look at the list of all the bowl games where it's like, oh, that's a throwaway bowl, that bowl's whatever. But then you look at one that kind of stands out where it's like, hey, this is a good team versus a team that was like, average this year. LSU versus Wisconsin. I guarantee you, and I obviously have no facts, I'm just word vomiting here. But it's like, if FSU did try to be like, nope, we're going to sue the NCAA, we're going to try to investigate why we got gypped, I guarantee you FSU would be demoted to that bowl game. And because Jaden Daniels is a Heisman contender, they try to go have LSU play Georgia in the Orange Bowl. That's just me. Just throwing that out there out loud where, yeah, it's not ideal. 2 SEC teams playing in the Orange Bowl. I think if they did pitch enough of a fit, they'd be like, that's it, you're done. You don't get to go to a bowl game. I don't know, that would hurt the seniors, that would hurt the fans, but it's like, it's a lost cause. It was doomed from the get-go. 5 power conferences, 4 spots, and that's not to include if Army or Notre Dame or any of those other independents went on a magic 12-0 run during the regular season and they had to find a spot to get in. It should have been 6 teams all along. 1 and 2 should have sat out, but then I think it would have gone to the era now where it is, where it's 12 teams. But next year they'll be arguing for teams 13 and 14 replacing teams 11 and 12, but we won't have those arguments till we get to next season. Anyways, catch you in the next video. Peace.